Committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts. It's required that they have representation now. It's long overdue.
Yo, yo, yo. What is good? What is good? See my boy Drew's in the chat. Shout out to my boy Drew, the Painful Excellence Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Follow Drew's podcast, man. Drew, are you coming on tonight, man? If you come on tonight, I don't know. If you need a guest, I'm your boy, right? Shout out to my brother, Unstructured Conversations. You know what I'm saying? Tonight we're going to cook, man. We're going to cook tonight, yo. We're going to cook tonight. Thanks for everybody for coming in. You could be anywhere in the world, especially on a Friday night, and you're over here with your boy, yo. That means a lot. Tonight I'm doing an experiment. All right, I'm doing an experiment. I am also going to go live on Instagram, but I was getting myself ready with the countdown going on, and I was like, oh, let me just keep doing what I'm doing in the background, like getting the TV ready, getting my water ready, you know what I mean? So I'm about to go live now. I gotta put the title of my live on my live for Instagram so people know what they about to click on. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed too, on Instagram, a lot of people put a title, I mention you, and people click it. And I'm like, I'm not trying to do clickbait on Instagram. I think that's tacky. You know what I mean? And tonight is the reason why I'm going live on Instagram, because Instagram monetize your boy. So now I can get paid off of Instagram lives. So I'm gonna do YouTube lives and Instagram. Well, I'm doing the test run, see how it goes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see how it goes for the test run for IG live and Instagram lives. You know what I mean? See how that works out. But give me a minute. Let me type this up and click the live button so I can go live on Instagram as well. All right, let's go. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know in the comments how you guys doing tonight. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been going up on Instagram. It's been going up. So let's try to use both platforms to get 2 streams of money, right? But tonight is going to be I think I'm gonna take calls tonight. Haven't done that in a while, so I'm gonna take calls. I want to hear what people feel about this topic. You know what I'm saying? As you can see in the title, I can't be the only one not excited about Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Can't be the only one not excited. All right. Okay. I can't type the whole thing in. Done. What's going on? Okay. All right, so Instagram is doing its thing. I am now live on Instagram as well. Okay. Let me turn my fan on real quick too. It's kind of hot. All right, what's going on? Hey, how everybody's doing? How's everybody doing? So tonight we doing what's going on? See my brother in both. So tonight I'm trying something new. We trying something new. I want to do a live stream on Instagram and on YouTube. And good luck. I appreciate that. I want to do a live stream on Instagram and YouTube. So if before I get started, I want to say this. Like, this is my first like real live stream on what's good, Keys. This is my first live stream on Instagram, and the reason why I started doing a live stream on Instagram is because Instagram now monetize my page. So I was like, all right, cool. If I get monetized on Instagram, I might as well start doing. What's up, Hennessy? I might as well start doing live streams on Instagram and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it both work. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it both work. So if you support the page, if you're on the YouTube, you can support the page two ways. You can support it by hitting the super chat, super stickers or whatever. If you support it on Instagram, you can support it also by buying, I think it's a little heart on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. You could buy like a little heart on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So tonight's subject is going to be, I can't be the only one not excited about Ketanji Brown Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the waves up. And I ain't talking about, how my hair used to be. So if you on Instagram, hit that little heart, get the likes up so they can know that Black History is everywhere, period. What's good with you? There we go. I get the hearts up so people know to come in and they start pushing it out. And the same thing on YouTube. YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Push out the like button so people know, and share it. Let everybody know to come in. So, because I think, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but the kind of content I make, it gets shadow banned, right? It gets shadow banned, and people like, the social media gods push my stuff back, and they've been doing it since I've been on Instagram and YouTube. So that's why I ask you guys to share it sometimes, because I know how it goes. I know how the game goes. All right. So, all right, where's my notion? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's well. Tonight, I want to take phone calls too to get people's opinions. So if you guys want to call in, if you guys do want to call in, I would suggest to come on to the YouTube. It'd be easier for you to call in than it would be on Instagram, because Instagram, you will have to basically turn off your application. You know what I mean? So, all right, where's my note? Okay, I got a lot going on here in front of me. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I thought I enabled the badges. Okay, I see people saying that she's the same as Kamala Harris. I'm gonna say that she's not the same as Kamala Harris. I'm gonna say she's not the same. I wonder if I could. No, I ain't gonna try to do all that now. I gotta enable the badges? Hold on. All right, if I have to enable the badges, whatever. If you want to support, I guess you could do Cash App, also at Broken Traditions, well, all one word. You see my picture of me come up, or at PayPal, Broken Traditions as well, right? All right, man. So let's get this clear. Let's get this straight. I didn't come here to bash Ketanji Brown Jackson, right? Didn't come here to do that. I didn't want to do a live stream bashing her. There's a lot of content, a lot of content creators who's bashing her. I think what she did is a crazy accomplishment to be even considered. You know what I'm saying? To be considered for that position of Supreme Court judge. For her to be considered that's a big accomplishment in my opinion. But we got to talk about some things, right? So I'm not here to mention that. You know what I'm saying? She's a Harvard grad. That's a big accomplishment as well. Shout out to her for being a Harvard grad. I'm not here to bash her, saying that how she got a white husband. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't, you marry who you want to marry. If that person makes sense to you, cool to you, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? If that person can help you get to the next level, that's a good thing. Because a lot of people don't get that. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very fortunate to be in a situation where I am getting that type of love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, we push each other to become better. So I'm very fortunate to have that. I know a lot of people don't get that. So I'm not here to bash on that. She want to choose that to be her mate, and that's what she want to do, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is, right? I'm not here to talk about her crazy explanation on what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, what's good, Levi? What's good, Mike? A lot of times people want to get on those little things saying, oh, she can't explain what a woman is, yada, yada, yada. I'm not here for that either, right? You know what I'm saying? Great accomplishment. For her to even be in that position is a good look, in my opinion. Like, yo, you made it all the way to be considered a Supreme Court judge, and you actually became a Supreme Court judge. And that's the reason why I did not do this video yesterday when she became a Supreme Court judge, because you know how the algorithm works. You put stuff out when stuff happens and people like, all right, let's cook on it. But I'm not going to do that. I didn't want to do it the day on because it's a big accomplishment and I didn't want to take away from what she did. But I did want to speak on how Joe Biden tarnished her moment. So was good, Rod. During Joe Biden's campaign trail to become, I guess, elected to run against Donald Trump, he flat out said, I'm going to choose a black woman to be on the Supreme Court judge, or be nominated. And I'm like, damn, you just say you're going to choose a black woman? And you say you're going to choose a black woman. I'm like, all right, if you choose a black woman, to me, in my opinion, once you made that announcement, it took away that moment. Because he didn't have to make that announcement. Well, he did, and I'm going to explain why he had to. But if he didn't make that announcement, and he had different people, kind of like what the NFL does, right? The NFL got the Rooney Rule, where you got black people becoming candidates to become a coach. And you're like, all right, I'm going to become a coach. Then after that, you don't get chosen for a coach, but they check off the box. They interviewed you. They could have done the same thing with other candidates. And like, all right, let's have all these candidates come here, but we know we're going to choose a black woman. But for him saying that, it took away the moment. So I'm going to try to play it through all my speakers here. And hopefully you guys can hear it with Joe Biden did. Hold on, let's play that.
Committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts. It's required that they have representation now. It's long overdue.
He said, I have to choose a black woman to be in the courts. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the actual video of him saying that. I'm just trying to play it here because I can't do too much on Instagram like I could do on YouTube. But you see that he said that, right? So, and let me play what else he said after that, because this is like one long sentence.
Elected president, my cabinet, my administration will look like the country. And I commit that I will, in fact, I'll pick a woman to be vice president.
Get back to this. All right, so he said he's going to pick a woman to be vice president, and he's going to pick a black woman to become the judge. So like I said, once you said that, you took away that moment. Let me get myself back situated because I just played that. Okay. So once you said you took away that moment. So you chose Kamala Harris and you chose Ketanji Brown Jackson. And I think Kamala Harris, she had that, you could tell that she has black in her, but she wasn't like completely black. Ketanji Brown Jackson, her name is Ketanji. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, she got sister locks. So she got that look like, all right, Ketanji got that look. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny who she is and how she is. You can't deny it. And I'm like, all right, I like how she looked. You know what I'm saying? Facts, Levi. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see that he doing this just for the position. All right. I want to also play this out right here too. I want to give you guys a little history lesson. This is the reason why Joe Biden did this. He ain't just do this out of clear blue. This is a proven tactic that's been done by other presidents. You know what I'm saying? It's a proven tactic that's been done by other presidents. So let's rewind back. Facts. Let's rewind back. Let's rewind back to March 3rd, 1991, Los Angeles. For those who old enough to remember what happened in March 3rd, 1991 in Los Angeles, was the Rodney King beating. It was the Rodney King beating, right? So this is back in 1991. If you're old enough to remember, or you was born at the time, because 1991 was a long time ago. I think Rodney King died. Like, that's how long ago this is. But this is before social media. This is before there was any type of tools to use to distract people. So the Rodney King beating was on the news day in and day out. Every time you turn the news on at 10 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever time you turn the news on, you seen the Rodney King beating. You always seen this beating. And back in 1991, it's a police assault. The whole country on edge. Everybody's like, damn, look what happened to this man, Rodney King. What did George H. Bush do? What did he do at that time? He nominated the second black man to become Supreme Court judge. That's Clarence Thomas. So while all that's going on with Rodney King, he said, all right, let me nominate a black man. Let me nominate a black man to become Supreme Court judge. So what Joe Biden did is not a new thing. It's not a new thing. They were like, all right, that's just one example. Let's go back a little further. 1967, what's going on? The Civil Rights Movement. You know what I'm saying? The Civil Rights Movement is going on. Probably one of the most racist, known racists to be a president besides Joe Biden is Lyndon B. Johnson, right? There was a quote that came out with Lyndon B. Johnson saying that, if I do the civil rights movement, I'm gonna have these niggas eating out my hand for the next 200 years, or these niggas will vote Democrats for the next 200 years. That's what Lyndon B. Johnson was quoted saying. There's no proof that he said that, but that's a quote that always been out there that he said, right? And not to mention, Lyndon B. Johnson called the civil rights movement the nigger bill. That's a quote that people say is true. You know what I'm saying? So he called the civil rights movement the nigger bill. Whatever have you, right? So him knowing the civil rights movement is something that's important to blacks, and also him knowing that, all right, we got to get blacks on board, because at that time a lot of blacks was Republican. So what did he do? He nominated the first black civil rights judge, and that's Thurgood Marshall, which was also a civil rights judge. So he nominated the first judge. Then after that, fast forward, George Bush nominated the second judge, and now fast forward, Joe Biden nominate the third. And you're like, all right, why would Joe Biden do that? So now, like, recent events, the Biden administration has been having issues with the black votes, right? Black people voted for Joe Biden, and I think black people starting to feel like we're not getting nothing out of Joe Biden. They know that they could do whatever they want and have whatever they want with Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, he told you guys, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. He flat out said it. Hold on, let's play that.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That's what he told Charlemagne. He told Charlemagne straight up and down, if you have problems figuring out if you're for me or Trump, then you're not black. Like, I don't know. To me, in recent times, I don't know about back in the days. Well, to me, in recent times, I don't know about back in the days, how like political campaigns were. But for him to say that, that is probably one of the most racist things that a politician could say. He didn't tell you what he's going to do for you. He just told you that since you're not black, you're not going to vote for me. Which is crazy, right? So you start looking at the bills he's doing. You got, the hate crime bill for the LGBTQIA plus community. And I to be sidetracked and not think about something. What is a plus? I named 8 letters. How you got a plus? There's not that much more letters in the alphabet. You got LGBTQIA plus. What is a plus? I don't get that. I don't understand why there's a plus. You know what I'm saying? But you got their bills. Then you got the Asian hate crime bill. Then you got you got 100,000 Ukraine refugees coming over to the country. You know what I'm saying? Which is racist, because they already said that if you go over there, expect to be called the N-word. What else you got? And not to mention, they're getting $10 billion to come over here, so that's $100,000 a piece. No, $10,000 a piece for the amount of people. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing all these things for other people. Reportedly, it's supposed to be how much was it? $450,000 given to illegal immigrants under the Biden administration. People who can't vote for him. He giving $450,000 allegedly. He also gave him free cell phones for whatever reason. Joe Biden said he won't give free cell phones. Oh, good luck if he did. Don't forget about the Afghans. Joe Biden also had the Afghans come over here after he messed up the war. That's a lot of stuff he's doing for other communities. And he knowing that black people is going to vote for him no matter what. So he know black people going to vote for him no matter what. But he did do something for the black community, as they say. Joe Biden came out with the Emmett Till lynching bill. I'm not trying to be like little TJ. I'm not trying to be like Lil Wayne or Tahari P. Henson. I'm not going to disrespect Emmett Till. I'm not going to disrespect those who've been lynched in this country. I'm not going to. What's good, G Money? I'm not going to respect none of those people who've been lynched and who went through all that stuff in this country. But I'm going to say this. In 2022, who's getting lynched? In 2022, who's getting lynched? Because, I could be mistaken. Let me know in the comments. I don't watch the news too often. But you don't see lynchings. You don't see lynchings no more. To me, it felt like it was just a throwaway bill. Knowing that people don't get, some could consider a lynch a hate crime. It's like I don't get it. Me personally, I don't get it. Why he throw that bill out there, I don't get it. Still asking for the George Floyd bill. You know what I'm saying? We're still asking for the George Floyd bill. Where's the George Floyd bill at? They never got that one either. And not to mention, they I see my boy P did said they cut the funds for the HBCUs. So as a black voter, seeing all that, don't you feel like you need to get something out of your vote? Damn, we ain't got nothing for this vote. Damn, they didn't give us nothing. No type of bills, no hate crime, nothing. All our prayers and all our thoughts and stuff going unanswered. And the only reason why we felt more comfortable voting for him because we wanted Trump out of office. Not saying that you should support Trump or not, or you should support Biden, but you see what it was. You see that's what it was. What's good, Todd? You see what it was. So with him doing all that, you see he had to throw another bone to the black folks. And he already had that bone in his back pocket. And that bone was Ketanji Brown Jackson. That was the bone he had to throw out there to the black folks. Saying yo, gotta give y'all something. I give everybody else something of substance, but I'm gonna give y'all something of symbolism. Because I know I could just throw a little bit of symbolism out there. What's good, Jay? I could throw a little bit of symbolism out there, and 9 times out of 10, black folks would be happy. Just like they did back in 1991 after Rodney King. They gave us Clarence Thomas. Just like 1967, they gave us Thurgood Marshall. And now in 2022, they give us Ketanji Brown Jackson. And like I said, I don't know her policies. I don't know her what she stand on. I don't know none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of that stuff, but I do know what I'm seeing. I do know more symbolism is being given out to the black community. And that's what, unfortunately, Ketanji Brown Jackson is, symbolism. She could be one or two. She could be symbolism and she could be representation for black people, right? I guess she could be representation as well. Like, hey, we have a voice or a person that look like us that look like us, and that's good for us to see. But let's be clear, how hard is it obtained to become Supreme Court judge? I mean, you could work towards it, but Joe Biden came out and said, I have to pick her because she's a black woman. Once you say that, and once you do that, you lose all credibility. You lost all her credibility. There's no reason for her. I don't know, man. I just look at it like it's crazy. Like, you lost all credibility. Let me play that again, what he said, because to me it's crazy.
I committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts.
If I'm elected to run as president, I'm going to elect the first black woman to the courts. She was best for the position. I'm not going to argue her accolades, but she was best for the position. I'm not going to argue her accolades. But why announce that? Why would you announce that? Why not, like I said, do what the NFL does? The NFL, have you had the Rooney Rule? All right, let's check off these boxes. He could have had 2 white guys. He could have had some white women, some Mexican, you know what I'm saying, some Latino people, and pick Ketanji Brown Jackson. That would have been way more, like, for him doing that, it'd have been like, all right, now I can rock with Joe Biden. Joe Biden went through, you know what I'm saying, all the steps to find out who was the best person, and he picked this person. But once he made that announcement, there was only, I think, 6 black women who qualify for that position. So out of all the people in the world that qualify for that position, you narrowed it down to 6 black people. That takes away from her accomplishment, in my opinion. You may feel different, but it takes away from the accomplishment. It take away what she worked for. You know what I'm saying? It took away what she worked for. All that work she did, going to Harvard. You know what I'm saying? To become in that position, it's a lot of long nights. Let's be clear. It's not like just some regular, oh yeah, I could just become this because I know people. It takes a lot of time to get to where she's at. And for her to get all the way to that position, just for some man to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give it to you because you're a black woman. All the people who could criticize her could say she got that job because she's black. People could straight up and down and say, you know what? I could call you Affirmative Action Jackson. Facts. It's a complete insult to black people. I could call you Affirmative Action Jackson, because that's the true definition of affirmative action. You get a position because of your job. That's the true definition of it. Excuse me. You get a position because of your race. You know what I'm saying? You get a position because of your race. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, to take that away from her. To take that away from her is messed up, in my opinion. What do y'all think about that, man? Y'all think that Joe Biden pulling the same move that George W. Bush pulled, Joe Biden pulling the same move that Lyndon B. Johnson pulled, which is a known racist. Let me read this comment. It said, you take what you have. We don't care what the reason. We count what we have and move on. Focus, my brother. The results, all that matter. One up, many more to go. I could take that approach too. But don't announce it. That's my opinion. Don't announce that you're going to do something like that. Because once you announce it, I see. He call her whatever. She's there for life. Yeah, I get that. It said confusing others make it seem like he's shining light on her, but in actuality, it's all for his benefit. It is for his benefit because there was a push for this to get done before the there was a push for this to get done before the recess because they going on spring break, and before they go on spring break, you know, they don't want to be questioned about is Ketanji Brown Jackson going to become a judge. They don't want to get judged. They don't want to get asked that. They want to be like, all right, we good, we got this. And once they have it, it's all gravy. And now the midterms are coming up in November. And all the stuff that black people didn't got promised, you know, I guess the reparations, what was it? The reparations study. They're going to study reparations. It says all other races get their privileges too and no one cares. I ain't here to talk about other races. I'm talking about how this man literally just said, I'm hiring you because you black. And I'm not gonna lie, all the people that got in that position, they got in that position because of whatever reason. They got in that position because of whatever reason. They got in that position because like, hey, look, you know, whatever white guy, he got in there because the people he knew. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't announced. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the difference between Clarence Thomas, Thurgood Marshall. It wasn't announced that, hey, I'm going to do this. It wasn't announced. And once you announce it, you took away all her hard work. All her hard work is taken away because you got to push out your political agenda. So you could make it seem like you're doing something for black people. Because overall, black people starting to feel like their vote was taken for granted. And November's coming up. Don't want to lose all those seats in the Senate. You don't want to lose all that, you know, you don't want to lose all that stuff. Because, yep, that's exactly what I'm saying, G Money. It could have been a surprise. If it was a surprise, I wouldn't be here complaining about it. And I'm not trying to bash Ketanji Brown. I'm not bashing her at all. What she did was great. You know what I'm saying? She put herself in a position to be nominated. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody in my circle that's in that position, but she's in that position, which was a great thing. Could have been a low-key surprise, but for whatever reason, she felt like she wanted to make that move and make it look like, you know, he for whatever reason, he wanted to say, let me do this for the black people. And once you say you're going to do it, and you're not doing nothing like you're doing for the Asians, like you're doing for the LGBTQIA+, and I don't understand how it's still a plus because you got 8 letters already there. When you're doing something for the Ukraine refugees, you're doing stuff for the Afghans, you're doing stuff for the illegal immigrants, you're doing stuff for everybody else. Real substantive things that is life-changing. You haven't, not to mention, when the Haitian immigrants came here, we seen how that turned out. But he gave a black person a job. And like I said, I'm not here to knock her. I just don't like how he moved when he did it. That was very sloppy. Yep. So being spontaneous, like the saying goes, don't talk about it, be about it. That's all he had to do. All he had to do was say, yo, look who I picked. He made the announcement he was going to do that before he was even elected to run for president. But to some people, that's a win. I'm not going, you know, everybody take their wins differently than other people. But to some people, that's a win. Am I off on that? My man Jay said he agreed. Am I off or... I don't know. If I'm off on that, I don't know if I'm off. All right, here this comment. Jamela said, other races don't announce it. We can have listed all of her accomplishments. I mean, we can all see that she's black. but he put her race before all her accomplishments. That's a fact. He put her race before the accomplishments. You ain't the only one, bro. I'm tired of tokens too. It's just little trinkets that they just leave on the trail for us to be happy about, so we can find our way home when it's time to go vote. You know what I mean? Just little trinkets. It's like little breadcrumbs. Like, okay, it's voting time. Do 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 do. Make sure you go blue no matter who. Hold on, I'm gonna open the phone lines. I'm gonna try to see if this work on Instagram. I know it works on YouTube, but I'm not sure it works on Instagram. Let me see. I'll put the phone number in. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. 678 9 0 2 3 3. I'm not excited. Yeah. It's hard to get excited over that. That's like you about to propose to your girl, but you take your girl like, hey, I'm about to buy this ring for you. You bought a ring and everything like that. Hey, Lex, you bought a ring for your girl. Then after that, she know you bought the ring, so you know the proposal's coming. It's the same thing. Saying that put him in every person on the spot. Maybe it was the only way he felt he could achieve it. I'm glad you said that. Let me read that comment again. And good looking for that comment. I appreciate that. It says, saying that put him in every person on the spot. Maybe it was the only way he felt he could achieve it. Thank you. Barack Obama did the same thing. Barack Obama also said he's going to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. But Barack Obama knew that he was in a position that he didn't have to do it because he already got black people in his palm of his hands. Barack Obama already knew that. So can you stop placing captions on your live and your videos? I think my videos already have captions on it. Not my live streams, because I don't know, they don't do that for me. But my videos do have captions. That's a requirement for YouTube. There you go. Captions don't work on live. All right. All right. I'm not sure if this is gonna translate well on Instagram with the phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I'll see how that works. I don't know if it's gonna translate well. But I know you on YouTube, you definitely can hear the phone calls. But yeah, man, you know, I just feel like he took it off. As Raza Black said, if they're not pro-black, if they're not pro-black, you can take them back. Unless they're doing something for us, there's no different than a white person in these spots. She's going to push the same agenda the white man is pushing. And that's another thing I asked. I did ask that question before on my Instagrams and on my YouTube community. I said that is Ketanji Brown Jackson a mouthpiece for white supremacy? Because I do feel like Joe Biden is white supremacy through and through. But I just wanted to, like, if he said, I'm gonna pick a black woman, then he picks a black woman. She has to like go with his views and his point. You know what I'm saying? She has to go with that. He has to go with that. White person in black skin. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna take it that far. I don't know Ketanji Brown Jackson actions to say that she's a black person in white skin. I don't know yet. I don't know too much about her. You know what I'm saying? Look at her track record. How bad is her? I mean, I heard about the pedophilia thing. I might get strike on YouTube for that or Instagram. But I did hear about how she was very soft on people with the that had child pornography in their possession. I did hear about that. I do know Joe Biden's track record as far as, you know, the crime bill. You know what I'm saying? I do know about that as well. Do know about that as well. So like I said, man, you guys want to call in? It says almost like this is Tank. Brown might have to play a puppet. Oh wow, okay. It said, what was the thing about her not be able to define what is a woman? That thing was this, man. It was just politics. She knows that she's part of the liberal agenda, and the liberal agenda is about this new definition of what women is and womanhood. And she knows that she couldn't make that statement and/or announcement, because if she'd have made that, you know what I'm saying, the people that's on her side, quote unquote, would have been against her. It is what it is. Yeah, woke. So no, she shut down cases where black people were suing white people for racist attacks and stuff. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that she shut down cases where black people were suing white people for racist attacks. I mean, it maybe is a reason why she got to that position. It could be a reason why she got to that position, to be honest. But we see how these presidents move. They know they need to shut down the black people, what they saying and stuff like that, or the black people being concerned about their votes being taken for granted, and they throw a token. Lyndon B. Johnson did it. He did it with Thurgood Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, I mean, he told you straight up and down. He told you straight up and down. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
You got more questions. I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
You know the nerve to say something like that? That is crazy. That is, you very comfortable to tell somebody, if you don't do what I think you should do, then you're not the color you are. That is so bold. That is bold. Facts. So the question about her not saying about the women, it says she should have answered that question honestly. I think she would have more support, maybe not politically, but from the general public. But the thing is, I think when people get in those circles, those elite type circles, they want to be only accepted by their own. You know what I'm saying? You can see like Will Smith. He's in an elite type circle. They could take his Oscar away. They said he can't come for 10 years. He got checked into rehab. You know what I'm saying? Well, the average person, if they did what Will Smith did and not went to jail, they would not be thinking about it no more. It would have been like a funny story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to put my man's business, his name out there, but we was in a strip club and this dude asked for help and he, moved back and punched in the face. It's a funny story amongst us. My boy is not going to rehab because he punched Poppy in his face at a strip club. He's not going to rehab for that. But Will Smith had to go to rehab because he smacked Chris Rock. And he wanted to be accepted in those elite circles. So that's why she couldn't answer that question in its truest form. You know what I'm saying? She needed to be accepted in those elite circles. She knows the reason why she's in that position. Let's be clear. She knows the reason why she's there. You know what I'm saying? I see people coming in on the IG. Thank you for coming in. Hit the little heart. If you want to support this content, you can Cash App the $ Broken Traditions. PayPal is the same, at Broken Traditions. I think PayPal, you could do it like Twitter now. You could do like an @ sign and it comes up. I guess my heart is not available. That's why I went live on IG, because I thought I was monetized, but I have to enable it. They make a lot of rules for that. So if you want to support in the IG, that's where you can support. And if you want to support here on the YouTube, you can hit the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit the super chat, and a little animation comes up when you hit the super chat on the YouTube. You know what I mean? Let me see. They said, what's really crazy to me is all the people that didn't see anything wrong with telling black people they ain't black. Facts. That is facts. People really didn't see nothing wrong with that. Like, let's play devil's advocate. If Donald J. Trump said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, that would be on every news syndicate that you could think of. If Donald J. Trump said, if I'm running, I'm gonna select a black person, what kind of names would that black person be called? Wild, crazy names. You would have called him a COON. You would have called him Uncle Tom. You would have said tap dancer shoes. You'd have said all types of stuff if Donald Trump did what Joe Biden just did. But for whatever reason, the Democratic Party really got the black people eating out the palm of their hands. It's sad as heck. They really got us eating out the palm of their hands. Throw Kamala Harris out there. And Kamala Harris was, I give her props. She was real. She was real with you. He was like, what are you going to do for black people, Miss Kamala? And what she tell us?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
So you got Joe Biden saying, you got to be, if you don't vote for me, not black. Then you got the black woman saying, I'm not going to do nothing that's going to benefit black people. Then when they don't do nothing that benefits black people, he says, I'm going to pick a black woman to be a Supreme Court judge. And he picks a black woman to be a Supreme Court judge. And we celebrate. I gotta start studying the Democratic Party and try to get like a following like that. That's great. That's impressive. That's really impressive that they could pull that off on the election basis. That's impressive. I wish I could figure that out. I want to do that without like selling out though. Like, I don't know. It takes a lot to do that. You know what I'm saying? It said, yes, that's impressive as hell. It is. That is impressive. That takes a lot. It definitely takes a lot. We don't, like, black people really don't question nothing the Democrats do. And Barack Obama, man, shout out to him. I love asking people, what did Barack Obama do for black people? Besides give us one of the worst drugs in the world, hope. I mean, Trayvon Martin got killed under the Obama administration. Trayvon Martin looked like a little Obama. And not to mention now, like, remember last year during Trump era, all that police brutality going on? What happened to the police brutality? What happened to police brutality? It just stopped? I'm pretty sure it didn't. I'm pretty sure police brutality didn't stop. But it's not on the news no more. It's not on the news no more. How much time been on here for? Okay, like an hour or so. Yeah, man. I just wanted to point out some things about Ketanji Brown Jackson. If he just said, oh, yeah. This is funny. Oh, why can't I move it to where I want to be? All right. Biden cured police brutality with COVID. It said disappear like COVID. Oh my God. I didn't see all these comments. My bad on Instagram. It said, shout out to the best 9-year-old boxer asked me, did I hear about Joe Biden's, Hunter Biden's laptop? Yes, I did. All right. Damn. Okay. I don't know why I stopped scrolling on Instagram. He said, oh yeah, Obama did kill bin Laden. He did do that. I guess he did do that. I'm glad this is scrolling again. Hey, Stormy. Yep. You're right, Mike. George Zimmerman. That's not my G, my bad. George Zimmerman is walking around like nothing happened. Yeah, I ain't seen none of these. And like I said, man, you guys coming in. If you want to call in, you know what I'm saying? Phone lines are open. The topic tonight is, I think the phone lines are open. I hope this is working. I tried it. I ain't tried it out before I started it. But the topic tonight is, I can't be the only person not excited about Ketanji Brown Jackson. And I feel like that because I feel like it's something. Oh, okay. Hey, Stormy, I just said that. I'm talking about Ketanji Brown Jackson because I felt like I'll give you a quick little overview because I like you. So Ketanji Brown Jackson was a token from Joe Biden because Joe Biden openly admitted that he wanted to select a black woman for this position. And he put her race before her accomplishments. I wanted him to do like what the NFL does and does like fake interviews knowing they're not gonna hire the people. But, you know, he ain't do that. He just straight up and said, I'm gonna hire a black woman. So, you know, I think that took away from her accomplishments and what she strived for and what she worked to do. That's a fact. All right, so I seen black people question the Democratic Party more now, though. It's funny because that was the whole point of Brexit. Candace Owens was dragged for it. Candace Owens is dragged for whatever she does. It is what it is. For what I see, it's in a lot of people's DNA not to agree with people because they don't like the person. You know what I'm saying? I agree with Candace Owens on things. I disagree with her on things. Same thing like with Amanda Sills. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that you could disagree or agree with, but some people in their DNA, they can't agree with certain people. It is what it is. So Stormy said, she's a real sister here in name and she is qualified. She is qualified. I agree, she's qualified. But at the same time, when you put out there who I'm gonna hire you because of this, it takes away from the accomplishments. It takes away from the accomplishments. Once you say, hey, and I do like her hair. I do like Ketanji Brown Jackson with the sister locks. I always like sister locks. I think sister locks takes a lot of time to sit down and get done because it's like gotta be like 500 little locks. That's a lot of locks. That's a lot. Gotta be like 500 to 700 locks in your hair. So that's a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see how this play out in November. I want to see if this move that Joe Biden did will work moving forward, because the Democratic Party definitely lost a grip on black folks from what I'm seeing. And I know there's some black people that's blue no matter who. Like, if you know, as long as you blue, we voting for you. I know that's the truth in a lot of cases, but You know, I really think this Biden administration put a big damper on that hold that black people have. From Lyndon B. Johnson to Barack Obama, I think Joe Biden really damaged that in a big way. And I think he really damaged that because people started to see like, damn, you know, you ain't even talk to Ice Cube, brother. Like, damn, you could have talked to Ice Cube and see what Cube said. That's a big fact right here. I'm waiting till this come up right here so I can put it on the screen. It says, her accomplishment should have been highlighted. Being black should have been a cherry on top. You don't buy a sundae for the cherry. You know what I'm saying? Her accomplishment should have been the ice cream, not her being black was the ice cream. Her being black was the ice cream. Like, you could have had a whole sundae of her accomplishments. And you know what I'm saying, you want that little cherry on top of your sundae, boop, and she's black. Oh, not only she's black, boop, and she got the natural sister locks, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? She's not questionable like Kamala Harris. For those who care about stuff like that, she's not questionable. It's fun to see. I love it. It's fun to see. But Joe Biden, he reminds me of the NFL. Very sloppy with his race relations type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Biden is very sloppy, just like the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But like if you watch the NFL and pay attention to the NFL stuff like that, he said these people do nothing for us as black people, and she has a background. Yeah, I mean, I gotta look more into her. I didn't look into her. I'm saying, like, it said we start at the bottom, now we at the top. The last should be first. I get what you're saying, Stormy, but at the same time, once you made that announcement that you're gonna choose a black person, and my bad for doing the Barack Obama hand movement, but I don't know why I'm doing that. But once you made that announcement, you choosing a black person, she's affirmative action Jackson. That's who she is after that. Once you made that announcement, I'm choosing a black person. Affirmative action Jackson. He could have did it like the NFL. Fake interviews. But speaking of NFL, how Joe Biden is very sloppy. No. It slipped out of his mouth. So you just came in, because I've been playing this. I'm going to play it for you one more time. Hold on.
Committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts. It's required that they have representation now. It's long overdue. If I'm elected president, my cabinet, my administration will look like the country. And I commit that I will, in fact, I'll pick a woman to be vice president.
That's pure symbolism. That didn't slip out his mouth. And Joe Biden was a good website. And Joe Biden stutters a lot, and he always stumbles over his words. He was clear as day. Clear as day. He was clear as day when he said that. And he said, I'm going to pick a black woman. They choose a person that will uphold their agenda. Yep. It's hard not to say that's not true, that they would choose a person that will uphold the agenda. And that's why I asked the question, is Ketanji Brown Jackson a mouthpiece for white supremacy? Because that's the thing they love saying about like a Republican black person becoming whatever they become is a mouthpiece for white supremacy. We can make the same argument about her. What about the word opportunity? He said, if I'm elected, I'm choosing a black woman. I'm choosing a black woman. I'm not choosing the best person. I'm choosing a black woman. And Joe Biden has not done nothing for the black community except put bills in place to lock up black people, be the vice president for Barack Obama. What else he did for the black community? The Emmett Till bill, the Emmett Till lynching bill. Nobody getting lynched in 2022. what I'm saying? This is not the 40s. It's not the 30s and the 50s where people getting lynched. You know, he's not doing nothing for black people. He just throwing out tokens, in my opinion. And I think what he did to Ketanji Brown Jackson was very unfortunate. He really just threw it out there like, hey, Miss Black Woman, you fit this profile of what I need for you to be. And we're not going to talk about your accomplishments. We ain't going to talk about none of that stuff. And how you held your composure as a black woman. Oh my God. You're right, I did forget. I forgot Joe Biden also gave us Hip Hop Day. And Joe Biden also gave us Juneteenth as a national holiday. So he did do that as well. So shout out to Joe Biden for the Juneteenth and the Hip Hop Day. Hip Hop Day. We finally got Hip Hop Day. I mean, what can I say? It is what it is with Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I was going back to the NFL. I got sidetracked. Thanks, Stormy, for sidetracking me. But oh, it's Hip Hop History Month too. He said, "Who's the jazz artist?" So the jazz is like my little background music I have on my live stream on the on my YouTube, and I got it playing on the speaker. So if you hear it, that's where it's coming from. But yeah, he's very clumsy when he does things for black people, like the NFL. Like, all right, you had Brian Flores saying that he's going to sue the NFL because of bad hiring practices. And what the NFL does, the NFL comes out with a new rule saying that black, brown, and women have to be hired by NFL teams on the offensive side of coaching. How does that help Brian Flores? Brian Flores is a black man that coached defense. So it's not even his position or his side of the ball. But, you know, it's very clumsy. And now they put the brown and they put women a part of that too. So they're like, you know, Joe Biden falls in that same realm of the NFL. Very clumsy when they put out things. You know what I'm saying? So, very clumsy. Let me see. Hip Hop Day, though. I forgot about Hip Hop Day. I forgot about Hip Hop Day, and I forgot about Juneteenth. It's never like, I'm not sure if I get up for work for Juneteenth. And not to mention, when you talk about reparations, they said we're going to do a study on it. I do. Actually, I don't have music on my podcast. I don't. I gotta find a beat for the podcast. But yeah, man, I just want to come on here saying how this symbolism, man. Sometimes it's clear as day to some people, and sometimes it's not. And I just want to give you my point of view on the symbolism of what. Fact, it's been studying reparations since 1989. You know, I just want to give you my point of view on how I think this is symbolism and how I think this is a slap in the face to Ketanji Brown Jackson. You know what I'm saying? This is my personal opinion. She may not see it as a slap in the face. She may see it as an accomplishment. I see it as an accomplishment for her, but just to say, hey, you're just another chess piece that I'm adding to here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just another chess piece because November's coming up and we need black votes. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need black votes. So I feel like that's what it was, in my personal opinion. We need black votes. Ketanji Brown, you fit the description of what we need, and we're gonna put you in this position. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I ain't come here talk about her white husband, whatever. That makes her happy. Good for her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come here to talk about, you know, her background, her sister locks. You know, I love her sister locks. I just came here how Joe Biden really threw her under the bus. And, you know what I'm saying, he did moves of what Lyndon B. Johnson did. G-Money, that's a fact. The question is, even if the so-called reparations come out, how do we know who deserves it and who deserves it? Because it's based on evidence as far as racial profiling and stuff. That's a good question. Jamal said, "Do you think he'll get the votes though?" I think the votes will come through because collectively, this is my opinion, collectively, I think black people see the Republican side as the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't support the boogeyman. And I think that for whatever reason, we have to support the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? I in my opinion, I want to support what suits best for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? So whatever suits best for me and my family, I want to support that. And whatever things you're saying, not the tokenism. You know what I'm saying? If I have to go on and vote, I have to vote with that aspect. But I do think a lot of times black people do fall for the okie doke and fall for the trinket trail when they go to the booth. I think it's gonna work. I do think that Ketanji Brown Jackson is gonna serve her purpose as far as votes. It's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. He said boogeyman, aka evil villains. I think it's gonna work. I truly do. And so you have to do research on your own family. Yeah, you do, but a lot of times, when it comes, especially with slavery, a lot of things was documented. A lot of families was broken up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of families was separated. Don't know who came from where. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. I think, like, it's hard for me to trace back some of my stuff. I know, like, on my mother's side, we could trace it back to slavery. We definitely could. You know what I'm saying? We definitely could. But I don't know, man. I think when it comes to reparations, I think it's deserved, but I think the amount of money that's owed is too much, and it's going to break the country. You know what I'm saying? This country, they could afford to give $10 billion. They could afford to give $10 billion to Ukrainians. They could afford that. But I think when it comes to reparations, when it comes to black people, I think we're talking trillions, to be honest. I think it's trillions when it comes to reparations. And I think that no politician want to touch reparations because it can't be done. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I want to play it one more time for y'all.
I committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts.
Said it for you right there. And after he got elected, he said this to her.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
That's crazy. Then once he picked his black running mate, she tell you this.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
That's who we got. That's who we voted for. That's 90% of who we voted for. That's 90% of who we voted for. 90% of us came out and voted for that. That's crazy. But like I said, the Asians, whole types of bills. And, you know, shout out to them. Can't hate on what they got. You know what I'm saying? Them getting those bills is not our fault. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the LGBTQIA+. And like I said, I don't understand the plus because you already announced 8 letters. That's a lot of letters. And to have a plus. What is the plus? What is the plus? I'll tell you what. I'll say I don't care. If it happens, whatever. Somebody said the plus is really the P, and the P is silent. I'll leave it at that. From different sexual orientations, the P is silent, and when you talk about the LGBTQIA+. he said that with so much conviction because he knows that nobody's going to check him on it. He knows nobody's going to check him on that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to point those things out. And I wanted to do another live tonight because I did a live on Wednesday. And I'm doing a cleanser detox if you don't know. And I had to cut my live short on Wednesday because the life calls, you know what I'm saying? Duty calls, as they say. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that, man. I thank you guys for coming in. I thanks for the support, you know what I'm saying? You guys could be anywhere in the world on a Friday night. And you're over here on Instagram and YouTube listening to me ramble on about Joe Biden. That means a lot to me. All right, man. I appreciate you guys, man. All right, man. Till next time. Peace.